Hello, I'm Dr. Talbot. Why don't we start with what brings you in? What's been troubling you?
I've just not been feeling well. Just very sad, very tearful, just completely down in the dumps.
How long has this been going on for?
I would say probably about 5 or 6 months, I would think.
Okay. Was anything going on in your life right about then when you noticed these changes?
I've had to have more responsibility with taking care of my parents. And also at the same time, my husband has been working nights, and I've had young kids to take care of. So I'm, feeling the pinch.
Yeah, so quite a bit going on.
Mm-hmm, yes.
So with all this extra, you noticed your mood start to drop.
Absolutely,
okay.
yeah.
You've been feeling sad. You mentioned your sleep.
Sleep, pretty well close to none. I've been finding that I'm withdrawing from my friends, even my best friend. She's approached me on that. I've just been finding that I have no energy and I cry a lot.
Okay, all right. It's really been a tough time for
yes.
you, right? Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I'm glad you came in, because it really sounds that with all these stresses that you really developed the signs of a major depression.
Oh, okay.
So I'd like to talk a little bit more about that.
Absolutely.
And get some more details about what's been going on for you.
Yes.
So you're saying about 5 months ago that there were really these additional strains.
Yes.
Right? These additional stresses in your life with your parents.
Yes.
And caring for your kids and not having the extra help that you usually have from your husband.
That's correct.
As all this was going on, we sort of see depression now as much more of a stress hormone disorder of sorts, meaning that over time stress causes a release of a stress hormone called cortisol.
Okay.
And over time that can really affect our brain and cause our mood to drop.
Okay.
When our mood drops, other things start changing for us, right?
Mm-hmm.
How would you describe your general outlook on things most recently?
Pretty grim right now. I don't see a light at the end of the tunnel, and I just feel like I'm burning the candle on both ends of the stick.
So I'm not seeing an end?
No,
right?
no.
Okay. Well, along those lines, have you had thoughts of wishing you were dead?
The thoughts are there. I don't think I would do it, as I have the young kids, and I don't want them suffering along
Good.
with my husband, of course.
Good.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. I'm wanting to get a sense of some of these other symptoms that you were describing, because often depression is not just about a mood. Our body starts to really feel it. What have you been noticing in terms of your energy?
I have none. I get up and I'm tired. I get the kids off and get them to school, and I get in the car and I go to work and I'm tired.
Okay.
I have no concentration there. I leave there and sometimes do a quick visit in at the parents, and then come home and dinner, and it just seems to be, I feel like I'm a rat in the wheel.
Really caught, eh?
Yes.
Really caught. Well, in some ways you're describing a vicious cycle of depression where as our mood drops, it's just harder and harder for us to keep going when the fatigue hits and we're not concentrating as well. And that we start to sort of see things in sort of with dark color glasses in some ways.
Yes.
And I'm wondering if you found yourself stopping, well, you mentioned you're not seeing friends anymore,
Yeah.
but have you found yourself stopping other things that you used to do?
Well, I used to enjoy doing some crafts and things, and I have no interest in doing that.
Yeah.
I don't have the focus to be able to do the fine work that was being done. Just no interest at all.
So that's another example of something you've stopped.
Mm-hmm.
So if we go over this again, as your mood has dropped and you've been feeling more discouraged about
Yes.
things, you've stopped some of those things you used to do that you enjoyed, and less and less energy and ability to concentrate, and the less energy we have, the less likely we are to find that extra time to do those other things, especially when you're juggling the care of 2 generations.
Yes.
Okay. Does that fit with your experience?
Absolutely.
Okay.
Absolutely.
Let's talk about the different treatment options.
Okay.
And we know that targeting any one component of this vicious cycle can help break. I mean,
Okay.
obviously, tackling more is better, but let's look at the options.
Okay.
We can target the mood directly with antidepressants, with medication.
Okay.
That might be something you might want to consider. The other is, we know that exercise. You're thinking, how could you find the energy or time to do that? Just important that you know that, the studies really show that exercise can be very effective for lifting the mood. So that's
Okay.
just another option for you to have in mind.
Okay.
We know that yoga and mindfulness, those are treatments that can help with some of the jittery feelings in our body.
Okay.
Not always a treatment alone, but can certainly help.
Okay.
All right.
Mm-hmm.
There's treatments that target the negative thinking that comes with depression, and if you're interested in more of a psychological treatment, I can refer you to some websites or some apps, or even give you some resources in the community if you're
Okay.
interested in that. And finally, we know that by making sure that we quietly reintroduce into our life some of those things that we've dropped, like your needlecraft or seeing friends, very gradually reintroducing those can really help break the vicious cycle.
Okay.
So with that, how would you like to start?
Well, I think definitely something that can affect my mood right away, because I don't know how long I can keep going in this cycle. And it would be nice to start, seeing my friends again and spending a little bit of time with them, not being called out of, you're not spending time with us, and sharing with us too. So I think those right now seem to be the two that I think I'd like to look
Okay.
at.
So you'd like to talk about medication?
Yes.
Okay, so we can talk about medication, but it also sounds like you want to start to plan out to
Be kind of nice.
make a plan to see somebody.
Mm-hmm.
Well, why don't we leave it with, I'd like you to take a picture of this,
Okay.
or write out some of the key points that you've taken away from our meeting today.
Okay.
What would those some key points be for you?
Well, definitely it's a vicious circle. Everything that is affecting my mood is affecting my energy, my thoughts, and that also in turns is affecting my relationship with my friends, which I used to love going out for coffee and just chit-chatting about things. And I don't have time for me to be able to sit down and do the yoga part, which would be nice, the focus on me, which would be key.
All right, so it sounds like you want to come at it from different directions. And I'm going to, it often helps when trying to put things back into our life. It often helps to do it according to a plan, not a feeling.
Okay.
Because often when we're depressed, the feeling to do things and that sense of enjoyment really isn't there. It's in some way sort of offline, our capacity to enjoy. However, if you go back and you do those things over and over and over, even if the feeling isn't there, with time the feeling of pleasure or satisfaction will come
Okay.
back. So I guess that's an important thing for you to leave with, is the idea that you need to plan what you're going to do. Don't wait for that feeling to come.
That feeling may not come for a while
For
then.
that come, but the feeling will come if you
Okay.
keep at it. All
Okay.
right? So
Mhm.
maybe while I'm get some information about antidepressants, I'll leave you to write out some of these key points, as well as one small step or plan you want to make
Okay.
this next week, targeting this part of the vicious cycle.
Okay, that sounds
Okay?
fair. Yes.
All right.
Thank you.